The day Deathworlders stopped playing nice, a legend every species remembers. They called it the incident at Gravax Prime. Others whispered it as the fall of the Coalition. But for every species that roamed the stars, from the crystalline Veliari to the mistborn Sul, it was remembered by one name alone: the day the Deathworlders stopped playing nice. For centuries, humanity had been the galaxy's unpredictable enigma. Their homeworld, Earth, was a Class 12 death world, a place so hostile that most intelligent life would die in hours. Yet somehow, humans thrived there, evolved there, adapted to survive heat, cold, toxins, radiation, trauma, and emotional stress levels that would shatter any other mind. Still, the galaxy tolerated them. After first contact, humans hadn't conquered, enslaved, or assimilated. Instead, they extended a hand. They traded, negotiated. Even when threatened, they answered with restraint, proportionate responses, warnings, diplomacy. They played nice, until the Coalition overplayed its hand. It started with the Hilari Trade Accords. The Hilari, slick-tentacled bureaucrats, had rewritten the economic terms behind closed doors, robbing Earth's colonies of critical resources. The humans protested. The Coalition dismissed their complaints. "Adapt, as you always do," they sneered. Then came the blockade of Sol. A temporary measure, the Coalition called it. No ships in, no ships out. Supplies to Mars dwindled. Terraforming stalled on Europa. Earth itself began rationing food. Still, humans held back. Then the Gorthak massacre happened. A joint Coalition task force raided the human outpost on Gorthak VII under fabricated charges of bioweapon development. In truth, they feared the humans had discovered something that could shift the balance of power. They were right, but the humans had been developing a cure for the Creel Plague, something that had been wiping out entire species. When the smoke cleared, 3,000 civilians lay dead, including children. And that was the moment. That was when the Deathworlders stopped playing nice. At first, no one noticed. Earth remained quiet. Too quiet. The usual delegation didn't attend the Galactic Summit. Human trade ships vanished from the lanes. Embassies were closed for security reasons. And the stars held their breath. Then the Eternum appeared. A black, angular vessel, larger than anything the galaxy had ever seen. Not sleek, not elegant, just raw, brutal engineering. It dropped out of fold space into Coalition airspace with no warning, no signal. It drifted silently above Gravax Prime, the Coalition's capital world. And then the message came, translated into every known language. "You hurt our people. You broke your word. You thought our patience was weakness. You were wrong." The Gravax planetary defense grid opened fire. The Eternum didn't flinch. Beams dissipated against its hull. Missiles detonated prematurely. Then it moved not quickly, but with purpose, drifting closer to orbit like death itself had decided to pay a visit. It fired once. A beam of pure kinetic force, guided by a microgravity rail and exotic field compression, punched through the upper continent of Gravax Prime. It didn't explode. It simply erased miles of command structures, military complexes, and war factories, all turned into particulate mist. But the Eternum didn't stay. It jumped to fold space and reappeared over the Hilari homeworld, then the Varnax moon bases, then the Sul mist colonies. It never destroyed more than one target per system, just enough to make its point. Every strike was surgical, efficient. No civilians, unless they were the ones holding weapons. The message was clear: we can end you. We choose not to. Panic spread. Coalition fleets scrambled to intercept. None returned. Entire battle groups vanished, some never even engaging. Human technology previously underestimated had evolved. Quietly, relentlessly. While the rest of the galaxy basked in their superiority, humanity had been preparing for the day kindness wouldn't be enough. And now, it wasn't. Eventually, the coalition sued for peace. They sent envoys. Apologies. Please. The Eternum waited in orbit above a dead star, silent and still. Finally, a single human representative emerged from the ship ambassador, Sarah Cade. She stood on the dais of the Galactic Council, wrapped not in ceremonial robes, but in the black pressure suit of a Terran emergency responder. Behind her, holograms flickered images of Gorthak children, charred refugee ships, ration lines on Europa. Then she spoke. "You forgot who we are," she said, voice cold and precise. "We are the species that turned extinction-level threats into vacation photos. We climbed out of our own apocalypse more than once. We have survived things your worst nightmares wouldn't dare name." She paused, then added, "And we tried to be gentle." That day, the coalition was dissolved. In its place rose the Accord of Equitable Worlds, formed with full human oversight. No longer were humans the newcomers, the unpredictable factor. They were now the quiet enforcers of balance. Not conquerors, not tyrants, but watchers, guardians. And the galaxy remembered. To this day, children of other species grow up hearing the tale, not as a threat, but as a lesson. Respect the humans. Fear them if you must. But above all, never, ever mistake their kindness for weakness. Because the day the Deathworlders stopped playing nice was the day the stars themselves trembled.